Welcome to my next video on the Verdant Wind Path, taking Fort Merceus. You can bring 11 units with you, so please make sure that you're bringing the right unit. In this case, I'm actually going to bring Ingrid with us. Oop. I have some leftover items from the previous fight, which would be rather annoying to have. Let's see, let's pair up units. Get some solid support in. And we are... Oops. No, whatever. Let's take a look at the map first, because this is going to be a bit of a long haul. You've got a couple of Imperial soldiers stationed at Fire Orbs and Ballista. You've got, well, I hope there were no real surprises. There's the Death Knight in the middle. A couple of demonic beasts. And even more Fire Orbs. But thankfully, you're not in the range of a good chunk of them. So you won't be taking much fire for the meantime. Anyways, let's start this battle. Your victory conditions: defeat the enemy commander, who in this case is the Death Knight. And your typical defeat conditions of all your units falling in battle.
General, reinforcements have arrived from the camp. They clashed with Alliance forces in the outskirts.
You let them in?
Huh?
They are enemies.
We made it in. I have my own task to do from here.
I'm going to skip that scene.
An impregnable fortress is a wide-open prairie when...
No different than a
For
well...
Right, so what that basically was, or what that basically meant, is you'll see 4 blue lines appear. There's 2 at the south part of the map, which I've just highlighted, and 2 at the north. If you place one of your units on there, you'll be able to stop reinforcements from appearing. You won't actually be able to control some of the reinforcements who've just appeared. For example, Nader cannot be controlled.
At the ready.
Claude, however, can be, despite his plan saying he wasn't going to be able to be controlled. Your biggest objective, right at the moment, is to watch this ballista, because that's going to hit you. That's going to be able to target all of your units as they progress. For Claude and his reinforcements, that's going to be this Fire Orb. But also don't forget about this Fire Orb on the other side of the map, who can also target a decent amount. And this Ballista, who conveniently will target the entire area around the Death Knight. Your Death Knight's also got a pretty good Cyphosarial. And as you can tell, his stats are pretty good. Another thing to note, your enemies are typically around level 35 or so. Well, the Death Knight is 10 levels above at level 45, so you throw your best units at him. And remember, he can hit you at range. So be very, very cautious. Although in this case, he can't hit you that far, but don't provoke the guy. Let's start.
What's my strategy?
From the get-go, The shortest path to the Death Knight is actually going to be this column. This way has a few more units, and I'd rather not go there. So I'll have my overpowered Byleth
I must
just
lead them well.
wreak havoc here.
Let's make
Now,
this quick.
I need to factor in the Ballista's high range of attack. So, good move. Gonna have Lysithea take out that Fortress Knight.
Amazing. Onward.
Flame will support the Professor.
I'll do my best.
Marianne will support this other half.
Leave it to me.
I'll actually have Raphael go down with the Professor, or with Byleth.
Shall we?
Ready when
Ingrid
you
will
are.
fly is here as well.
Steady now.
While I will have Ignatz go.
My orders?
Ignatz and Leonie go with the main team. Well, I call them a main team, but really. Now, I won't be able to control Nader and his units, but I need to take out that fire orb or things are going to get really hairy.
You got yourself killed.
And I will also take that fire orb so no other mage can just suddenly come off.
This could turn the tides.
That ballista will fly, and it's pretty damaging. Doesn't look like it, but the Almarian soldiers, mind you, will be fine.
It won't be in vain.
Yep, those are the first round of reinforcements coming in. Nader is going to be extremely powerful. And your reinforcements coming in are pretty strong too. That being said, do not underestimate them. This isn't over. Now I am going to rush straight for the Death Knight, but keep in mind this battle can be quite tricky if your units are under-leveled, because you've got a lot of variables to deal with. Ignatz will be able to take out the ballista,
No mercy.
giving the rest of our units enough cover. Hilda will be our tank, taking on most of the damage. Because she's a great knight, she can afford to do that. It's the usual advance slowly, bait slowly strategy. The only difference is I have Ingrid who can fly across the map, so that's what she's gonna do. Now, as Claude, since that threat's been taken down. Before I have Claude advance, please be aware that there are demonic beasts around the map. I know that sounds extremely stupid, but they're not to be underestimated. Actually, I'm gonna take out that
But I must.
knight because he's farther away. Despite you moving in and taking out the other ballista, well, other units have flown in and are providing just as big of a threat. Now I'm just gonna have Claude simply fly over. Oop, not that end. Over here, just to cut off the reinforcements for that part, just to show you what that would look like. Because he's ended his turn, you'll notice that blue line has disappeared, so reinforcements will no longer come from that end. On this side of the map,
I'll tolerate no obstacle.
One.
Lawrence will make a mad dash. Marianne will take out that final knight. And it's most likely that you're gonna have... Oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Most likely you're going to be able to take out this part of the reinforcement chain first. Of course, that's not going to be a thing, because I'm actually going to finish this battle relatively quickly, but you have to realize that if you're not going to take on the Death Knight right off the bat, which most people aren't, you're going to have to make your way around the map. Taking out all of these units and making sure reinforcements don't come in, because they will be tricky. But thankfully, none of this should be too difficult. If Byleth is strong enough, or enough units have passed through, funnel them in, and smack the Death Knight. Like so. Death Knight can't retaliate against longer distances, which is your chance to unload some powerful magic on him. Or physical attack if you're feeling cocky.
You're strong.
If you have the Sword of Creator, you will be able to take out the Death Knight similarly.
You desire to slay me.
He's hiding something.
And that is the Taking Fort Merceus battle completed. Really, it's just rushing the Death Knight, but making sure that the beginning is safe and secure for your units. That means taking out the Fire Orb and the Ballista closest to you, slowly advancing, and then sending your strongest units after the Death Knight. The Death Knight is not able to retaliate at range, so archers, mages, or even using weapons like the Sword of Creator and Levant swords will be perfect against this guy. Take him down, the mission is over. That is the Taking Fort Merceus walkthrough for the Verdant Wind Path. If you like this video, please do subscribe to my channel. There will be more videos like this in the future. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video.